Welcome to the Sweeping Up Spirits Tarot Readings Live. Welcome, and welcome. Gonna get my setup going here. Let's see. I don't want this to be sideways, but let's see. See what I can get going here. Alright, this is Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Okay, Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Someone is saying, I am wanting you because you are successful, but I have dreams of expanding as well. And what is their excuse going to be when I too have reached a climax of success? And that is precisely what's coming in. This Divine Feminine has been striving for this, and that's what's coming in. Some others of you are saying, I'm having an issue walking away from something else or someone else that's going on, and they are saying this to this Divine Masculine. However, there is something going on because with both of these groups, there's a mastery of something that they're doing, their job, or something that they have an interest in. And this is creating a situation where karmics are not even going to catch it until it's way past whatever else is in the works here. So it's unfavorable to karmics. And there is some traveling that will be going on that is promoting a union between this Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. You are feeling one another, and it has led to some emotional upheaval. that's playing a part in the background of what's going on. You guys can tell that you are being drawn together. You're about to come extremely close and bridge this gap that's coming in. And this is the power of your attraction towards one another that is bringing this about. So somebody has 3 things that they want that are coming in, and this is a team energy where there's the same emotional goal there, and where people come together in this camaraderie. They want to be a part of someone else's team. They are, rooting for this person, and they want them to know it. Someone also wants the other person to know that they aren't perfect and they aren't in a perfect circumstance. Although they envision themselves being in a different type of scenario. And they also want this other person to know that they want to nurture them. They also feel nurtured by just the personality type that this other person is. They feel like even watching you from afar, there are things that help to uplift their spirits, help them to feel encouraged, things that maybe you say or do that they find intriguing and somewhat hilarious on some level. That's what I'm getting. Someone else really wants to know that the other person is compassionate. They want someone who is also not only compassionate but also wise. That's what's coming in. That's what they want. And they also want someone who does feel free to change their minds when things are not working out. They want this person to be able to say, you know what, it's this, that, and the other, and it's because of this reason, that reason, and a fourth. So they just want someone to be straight up because they see certain ways that someone is acting from afar, and they kind of like just want to know if that person has rational reasons. And they feel that the person does, they just want to know verbatim what they are. And someone does want to be able to kind of like invest in doing things with this other person, but they have to feel like it's a successful venture that you guys go after, that you guys are on the same page, and that you're going to be okay with one another even if things don't go in an appealing way. But this person does have extra funds, and they do understand that this other person is not like banking on what they have. They just want to get it out in the open. that they know that there are people who are feeling this way, and that this is just a fact coming in here. Let's see what signs are present. There is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in as present. Another Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in as present. For the energy coming in, there is a proper foundation. So this is not going to be something that is overlooked or doesn't stand. Like whatever is going to be the basis of you guys coming together is actually coming in as a very strong foundation, no less. And the energy coming your way is one of, you know, being at peace, as far as feeling like you're enjoying things in life, feeling like your soul is making strides. This is not only success, but just enjoying things, period. Enjoying every little step of the way of everything that's going on with you. You're finding things to enjoy about where you are, and that energy is strengthening. Your person is going to recognize something about you that they've noticed from afar, that they've picked up on. And there is the number 2 coming in. And what's showing with that is someone who is meeting their match, someone who is coming together with another individual. And this is a very strong compatibility. This is also possible marriage coming in. A very strong relationship and very positive vibes with them with this. There's also a number 1 coming in. Something that one of you guys is up to, something you're going to be doing. You're going to be acing it. Whatever, you know, you're noticed for, you are acing. And then there's something that's in the works that's happening relatively fast as well. See what clarification we can get from whatever's coming in very quickly. What's coming in quickly? Quick, extra quick here. Clarification. Wow, acing something. So the Ace of Swords came in twice, and something happening fairly quickly, very, very quickly. In fact, that's coming in twice as well. So I can get some clarity on what is this that's happening so quickly. So someone is going to be maximizing whatever they're doing and making money. This is a lump sum coming in. So this is something that the other person is going to be doing so that they're going to be more on an equal turf, and no one is going to be able to say anything about finances here. you know, because that's a cop-out. It is going to take some discipline to do something as far as to be at their best self coming in to the relationship. And just clarification, off of clarification, just this person is going to be leading in some state of mind that they have. They are going to be a leader in some voice that they're putting out there. Whatever they're doing, that is going to bring some monetary bounty. They are going to be a leader ahead of the pack, ahead of the rest, ahead of their competition. And this is coming in after a time where things were visibly distracting, or they felt distraught with something that was going on. So things are going to be panning out in that way and getting better. And that's when this strengthening of a partnership is going to take place. This is going to be simultaneously or just right after they get over this rocky period here. Someone is very passionate again about someone being able to let someone know whenever they're changing their mind about anything. Like if they ask you something and 1 minute it varies from the next, they just feel like it'll help them out a lot to just stay abreast of your thoughts and opinions, because they want to know what's going on inside your mind so that they can stay on the same wavelength. Emotionally, they feel like they want to be a team with you as well. This other person has a passion for just making things better constantly. Like if there's some nagging feeling of something going on, just maintaining and trying to upgrade constantly. This is also someone who enjoys going places, things that they have in the back of their mind that they want to do, and they want to take you along with them. But this is someone who will do it alone if necessary. So they just want to make sure the same emotional vibe is there between the both of you, so that they can enjoy what they're doing even more so than if they kind of tackled what they wanted to do on their own. Again, someone may change their mind. They may be somewhat fickle. And someone is learning from experiences with this person. As they kind of like stay in touch with what this person is doing, they do see that this person does have this way of being about themselves to where they can just stop what they're doing and do something totally different. They may be changing their mind with various partners, you know, or various jobs. Something is going on to where they're changing their mind quite a bit, and it's keeping this other person on their toes. There's a lot of hope there, though, that they will be able to adjust to this person and their fickleness. And the pink elephant in the room is the thing that is causing someone, either other people who are watching both of you, guys to feel defensive, or either one of you guys is feeling defensive with that going on. Now, there has been something that one of you, some message that you got across to the other one while they were juggling various things, so they weren't paying that close of attention. However, the parts that they remember about the conversation or whatever it was, the message that you got across to them, they are replaying that message over and over, that conversation, or that whatever it was you put them on to. And there is some confession coming in about a lump sum. So someone has something that they do want to talk to this other person about when it comes to money and spending, because they know that finances can, hinder people sometimes when it comes to the decisions that they make that are sometimes incongruent with their person, with whoever they're dating, whoever they're married to. And one important belief that's coming in about money is that they know that it does bring about hostility in some individuals, and that there are people who will be negative because of any success that either of you guys are having. And I feel like one of you really comprehends that, because there have been things that occurred that had everything to do with money in your past that you watch out for now. And other people coming in trying to start drama know that, and that's why they tend to bring up certain things. The ones who are the closest, I'm getting that there are people who bring things like that up. And this looks like, what is this one? It looks like, I'm not sure, switch to my other cards, that someone is interfacing with the invisible world. So some of the things that are happening that are monetarily stressful, they're not actually coming from the flesh, from physical beings. They're coming from the spiritual realm. And let's see if I can get some more information in regards to what's going on with that. There are some spiritual issues coming up. And I feel like this is demonic energy as well coming in, and it all has this monetary concern to it, this twist. Okay, so it has something to do with someone being in a position to be generous versus being greedy with their money, and that is something that's coming into play here. And the spiritual entities have been trying to cause issues and shred your desire to help others because of the way that some of these spirits are coming through from the individuals. So someone has been generous, and yet these other people who they've shared with, he or she has shared with, have caused lots of turmoil. They have been greedy themselves or whatever. And so this person is kind of like at their wit's end because they have a good heart. However, people who really are just being used by spirits who have absolutely no desire to be cool with these human beings at all, are coming through. And they're wreaking havoc because they want to see people distraught. Why? Because there's some turmoil that's going on in the spiritual realm, and the associations that human beings have, just where they come from in general, you know, how they are made, wonderfully made. This is irritating to some of these entities here who are trying to cause stress. And people need to know when they're associating with these beings that these beings in particular have no desire to be helpful to them. It's like one of those hard lessons I definitely had to learn, just to interject, that someone who didn't like me definitely was not going to like my family, definitely was not going to like any offspring that I have. And then they were going to make it so that they brought their own offspring and their own family in, you know, to this negative frenzy of behavior. And that's what happened here. This is like some calamity has befallen one of you guys in the past, where things just broke down. However, despite that, you're seeing things clearly. You are very rational, and there is some completion that is going to be taking place with you guys as you come together. You will be connecting. This is completion here. Even if there's travel going on that's coming in with the World card, that you guys will be approaching one another. So get ready for that. Despite the Tower, you know, wreaking havoc previously, this is a fairy tale in the flesh, in the making. No doubt about it. Advice coming in. It's true love. Don't listen to anyone who tries to make you think otherwise. This is dating. This is courtship at its finest. And yes, while there are other options, you guys do see one another as the cream of the crop. So that's coming in as you guys being fantasy material for each other. So you are very lucky. So despite any uncertainties, just recognize one another for who you are to each other. Understand the struggles that both of you have had, that you have in the back of your mind, that you are bringing to the table. With one of you guys, it was a very heavy monetary struggle. You know, not being able to trust other people. For the other one, people having an urge to come at you, to befriend you, to try to get points across to you, or to be near you. You have this draw, this appeal, this dazzling essence about yourself that has caused all manner of individuals to try to invade your space, because they have this deep down urge to, you know, get inside of your world, because you have this dazzling appeal. And they have wreaked a lot of havoc for one of you guys. And why? Why are they so pulled in? Because you save that portion of your psyche that you have, you don't share it with them, and they can't figure you out. So they try to get closer to you to say, hey, I'm here. and because they want to try to figure you out. They not only want to try to figure you out, they also want to know what could cause your downfall. And why do they want to know this? Let me get some clarity. They want to know this because they feel that you are going to wind up in a very happy relationship. They can sense this. They also feel that they have met their match when they see you. So if they feel like they are, quote, top dog, end of quote, they do feel something from your energy that is challenging. This could be in relation to business or love. They could feel like either your competition, you have a lot of ideas, and they don't think it's fair. How could you have all these great business ideas and be headed towards a wonderful love life? Like, who gets that in life? They don't know about your past struggles. They don't know how refreshing it will be to come together with someone in love and harmony, because you're feeling like you've paid your dues, because you have. And this is not going to be something that is, you know, light as far as not deep enough. This is something that's going to be grounded. This is something to where you guys are coming together, and it's going to be a very strong foundation here coming in. Let's see what's going into this strong foundation. I mean, other people can sense this because they're peeking in on your life. The strong foundation is because you are determined. It's because you are taking steps towards just moving beyond these little stressors, hanging in there, and still, you know, just being resilient. They can't understand how you're being this resilient, and yet you are. You know, what they don't know is that you have this as a gift within yourself. The divine has given you this gift. It's even been a surprise to you how resilient you've been. And it will be a surprise to you how resilient you continue to become in light of everything else going on around you. How to deal with these people who keep interjecting themselves into your life. We'll just continue to know that you will be acing things and doing things that place you above and beyond all of that. You'll be able to look past all of the stressors, all of the complications, and you are not only manifesting, you just have continuous new visions that you're not afraid to work on. And that in itself is going to continue to solidify the successful strides that you are taking. Any advice that you can give people? How do you deal with these people? Just continue to protect your heart. You know, definitely, you know, you may be tempted to show people that, yes, you are human. Yes, something that they did was hurtful. However, you know, don't end up wringing out your heart and then just getting it all teared up again. Just take those efforts that you have to protect your heart, and two of the efforts two of the things that you can do in protecting your heart. They're coming in as pulling for your strength. Anything that makes you feel like you're as strong as possible, whether it's reading very encouraging works, or whether it's really, you know, getting advice on things that you may feel a little bit stumped on, whether it's taking time out to really regenerate and reprocess what's going on, or whether it's just to forget about what you're doing and just help others, and then just focus on the issues of others. Whatever it is, continue to do that, because that has been helpful to you, and it's going to continue to lend to your levels of strength, which is going to make a difference, a continued difference. Shout out to Sound Art Creative Studios.